All right, you guys, welcome back to You Throw Like a Girl podcast.
Welcome.
It is January, right? And we have Annalisa here with us. We're going to be doing a hookup rap today.
Slay, my favorite day.
From like the past year. But before we do that, I think we need to give a little update on what our lives have been the past 2 months.
Yeah, because the last time we left off,
we were homeless.
Yeah. But as you can
Airbnbs.
see, we're not
It
homeless.
is not the best place
But
to
it's still
be,
a place, though. They're
but
not
it's still
homeless.
a place. Good thing it's month-to-month rent, so once we get back on our feet, we will hopefully have a different setup than we do right now. But at least we live super close to campus, and
Everything.
like Reuben is right next door.
Yeah.
So that's also cool.
It's not ideal, but we're making it work. Fun fact, I have not unpacked my room at all.
It's terrible.
It's like
it's
a
like
storage
insane.
room. It's like, imagine like the messiest room you've ever seen in your whole entire life. I mean,
On
there's
crack.
no food in either.
It's just clothes.
It's just clothes and shoes and random items in like
clothes.
bins like thrown everywhere.
boxes.
But
It's crazy.
Yeah. So
It's a maze
my
to get
room's
in there.
unpacked. I just never really sleep in it. We sleep on the couch every night.
So
That is their update.
That's like our update.
And we haven't really been doing many events lately, but we have one this week. We are doing Phoenicia this Friday.
With
Obviously
AZ College
with
House.
AZ College House. By the time this is posted, it's probably going to be over with.
Yeah.
But it's going to be really fun.
We're gonna party it up. Lit. Rod's DJing the tunes.
All right. Well, anyways, let's get into hookup raps real quick.
Slay!
I'm excited.
Okay, we're gonna start off with mine. Say it's 2023 hookup rap. A quiet year.
The way you spelt it, quite. A quite year.
Okay, so moving on. This year I had 19 romantic relations.
Only 19.
Only 19.
I know. I was also thinking. the
See,
same
I told
thing.
you. A
Yeah.
quiet year. Okay?
A quite year.
How did I meet these men? So I organized this as like the least amount on the top to the most amount on the bottom. So most of the guys that I had romantic relations with I met them through mutual friends. Then the next category
Neutral.
is bars and parties. The third one is Hinge, one of my faves. The second one is recycled. And when I mean by recycled, that means like I hooked up with these men in 2022. So that's typically what happened. This isn't just who I hooked up with. These are just like guys that like I talked to and like kissed or like had like romantic
Interactions
encounters with. And then on the top slide, we have accidental friend hookups, which are my favorite.
Shit.
Yeah, shit is
Yeah.
right. Now on to our next slide. What did these relationships become? Not boyfriends, 10.5%. And you might be asking, what the fuck is a not boyfriend? Well, this is a term that I use a lot.
It's a
in my
situationship.
It's a situationship that like
Just some problems.
is longer than that. Like, I had one not boyfriend that lasted a full year this year, and that was just fucking insane.
God damn.
Yeah. Then we have right here mutual crushes. So they had a crush on me, I had a crush on them, flirted a little bit, nothing too crazy. That was 42.1%.
Holy
Okay.
balls.
Friends with benefits, 10.5%. I say that's an accomplishment right there. And another one that is a good accomplishment, one night stands, only 5.3% for 2023. Now, 31.6% of these men, I didn't even know what the fuck was going on with them. Like, was I talking to them? Was I hooking up with them? We will never know. Now on to
I
our
won't
next
even
slide.
know. Ever.
Ever.
No one will know.
No one will know what the
Not
fuck.
even the guys.
Not even the
Yeah.
guys. Now, how many dates did I take in 2023? I took 6, which for me is a huge accomplishment because that was a 100% increase from 2022.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah!
clapping.
Round of applause!
Yeah.
Go Sade! Okay? What did these relationships become? Or like, how did they end? Like, what happened in the end? So, 15.8, I ended it, and I was like, fuck you, bitch, I don't like you no more. 47.4, like, fizzled out on their own. Like, I wouldn't say either one of us ghosted it, but we just drifted.
I feel like that
apart.
happens with like a lot of
Yeah, especially in
relationships
college.
nowadays. Yeah, it just fizzles out.
Yeah,
No one knows.
10.5% ghosted me.
That's okay.
That's okay. It's a small
You
percentage.
It happens to
Wait,
everybody.
just wait. It gets better.
And 15.8, I ghosted. And
There it
then
is.
for my favorite category, they didn't know what flavor was. So that means they ended things with me. Yeah, they obviously didn't know what flavor or spice was because I got a lot of that and none of these men do. So they need to get their shit together, obviously. Now, how many more came back for more? 31.5. That's pretty good odds, right?
That's pretty good.
That should be a lot
Yeah.
higher though.
So
That's like
ladies,
3 out of 10.
if you are talking to a man right now and they're just really like, you're like, oh, like I really miss them, guess what, bitch? They came back. And I had one come back like 10 times this year.
They
So,
always come back.
They always come back. This is proof. How many more did I play Twister with? I played Twister with 36.8 of them.
Sadie's favorite game, everyone.
It is my
Her
favorite game,
game of all time.
especially naked.
In the shower.
Okay, now time for my favorite part, the awards ceremony. So my most loyal customer, this has been a customer since 2021, guys.
That's
Damn.
that's 4 years.
Yeah.
3 years.
3 years.
I can't
3
count.
years to be exact.
Okay, agreed.
Is it 3 or 4?
He keeps coming. It's 3.
Okay.
Me and him started having our encounters in 2021 when I first moved to Arizona. And guess what, guys? This award goes to Jake Wallace.
Yeah.
Shout out Jake Wallace.
Jake
Yeah.
Wallace has been a reoccurring customer since 2021, and he just keeps coming back for more.
Funny
He
side
knows what
note
spice
about
is.
Jake Wallace. What's it called? Ran into him a few weeks ago, and my friend Emma met him, and she asked if he has a speech impediment.
He might, very well so, but he also was probably had too much candy that night. Now on to our next award. Fuckboy of the Year. So,
It's gonna be good.
this fuckboy goes to someone who I actually met this guy at a bar event. I was dancing on the table and he saw me and apparently thought I was a baddie. And he picked me up off the table and brought me onto the dance floor and was like, damn. Well, guess what? His ex-girlfriend knew who I was and is a fan of the podcast.
Yeah.
And called me out for being with her ex-boyfriend. And I was like, okay.
Sorry.
I'm like, if you're my best friend, like, I'm the most loyal person ever. But, like, if I don't really know you, like,
Then
what?
what's the point?
Like, who
What's
the
the
fuck
point?
is? Who the
You
fuck
know
are
what I
you?
mean?
Yeah.
Gave him a chance. Guess what? Over Thanksgiving break, guys, I get a Snapchat of his ex-girlfriend.
Oh hell.
Yeah, he was talking to me and talking to her at the time. So this award goes to Post Malone.
Yeah.
I sort of miss Post Malone a little bit.
I do too. He was kind of
Yeah.
funny. He's a big lifter. He
kinda scares
You guys
me.
look,
Yeah,
find Post
honestly,
Malone on TikTok.
He
He's
really scares me. Personally.
he's hot.
Our old roommate did not like him at all.
No, our older roommate thought he
Never
was
met
kind
him.
of a tweaker.
Just scares me.
Me and Kill tried to do a 2-man one time with him and his friend.
Oh.
Well, that
Oh,
guy
I
was a
remember that.
catfish.
He was a catfish.
remember
he
that.
was literally the biggest catfish I've ever seen. So cute on Instagram. In person, I was like, oh my gosh, no
What?
way. I didn't know like
He's
guys
really good
can
at photo
catfish
editing.
like that. I don't
He
even know
probably
if it was
uses
photo
Face app.
editing. I think he's just very photogenic and like,
That's crazy.
I don't know.
I've never met a guy photogenic.
Well,
Okay.
he's one of them.
On to our next award. Worst liar. So this guy goes out to the guy that says that he doesn't sleep with all these girls, but he does. Bussy.
Uh-oh.
All
That's all
right,
that I
that
have.
one's all in good fun, guys.
It's all good fun. We love him. The most comeback award. Okay, this guy has been my not boyfriend all year. And we actually had a rekindling more recently in the beginning of December. And I thought this was going to be the time where we end up together forever. Well,
Thank
guess
God
what?
You didn't.
No, I didn't. Some Zeta Beta doodah damn bitch. Fucking apparently is hotter than me and not as unhinged. So, yeah. But actually, funny story. This is actually a great story. So, how me and Mystery Man rekindled, I found him on Hinge again.
Uh-oh.
And actually, me and Mystery Man met on Hinge, like, a year ago. So, I found him on Hinge or whatever, and we were, like, talking on Hinge, and he was just like, you're blocked, and I'm like, yeah, but you still responded to me on here, and he was just like, well, I'm never going to respond to you again. So then you know what I decided to do? I got him banned from Hinge. So I sent a report to Hinge saying that this is so
The fact
bad,
that he knew
that
it
he
was
was
you
underage.
too.
No, I like lied about it and he believed me, but now
Oh.
he's gonna know.
Now he's gonna know.
Because I know
But
he
it's
watches
okay.
this. I know he does.
Beta, beta,
But this
bitch.
award goes to the one and only Mystery
Mystery
Man.
I don't really like Mystery Man.
I know.
Personally,
I'm a Mystery Man hater through and through.
Exactly. I think a lot of people are.
I think a boo
Yeah.
goes for mystery man.
I don't know anyone who likes him but you.
This
That, like,
award-
doesn't count.
This guy award goes to a guy that we actually made a whole entire podcast about. Me and Kale.
Yep.
He liked the kale and he liked the sade. What can
At
we
different
say?
points in time.
At different points in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still.
And he actually, did I tell you guys about my like weird Christmas text from him?
No.
No.
He sent me on Christmas. He was like, miss ya little missy.
Oh,
Can't wait
okay,
to see
that's
you
a
when
little
you
weird.
get back with
That
like a
scares me.
heart. And I was like, miss you too, heart.
Don't
Like,
really want to
yeah.
see you.
I actually really, I
Wow.
don't have a issue with the Hobbit.
Yeah, I don't
That's-
have an issue with him either, but
Yeah.
that's a very interesting text to receive.
Yeah,
The Hobbit.
exactly.
Yeah.
So this award goes to The Hobbit. Okay? Moving on. Best Stalker Award. Okay, so funny story, guys. You probably haven't heard this. Me and Kale like talked
We
briefly
just talked
about
about it,
this
yeah.
today. But last year I had a stalker. It was terrifying, let me tell you. Basically what happened was I met this guy at me and Kale's old roommate's 21st birthday party. A mutual friend introduced us. He was cool. He went out to Mexican with us after, and then I was like, okay, he's fucking weirdo, and I didn't know how to get out of it, and I spent the night with him. I think we shared one kiss in the middle of the party, but it wasn't even like anything crazy.
serious.
We
Yeah.
just like spent the night in the same bed. The next day, we took him home, and I was like, never want to talk to him again. And then he was like talking to me, and he was like blowing up my phone and like calling me all the time, and I was like, okay. Well, I got really drunk one night, and I got locked out of my house, and I was waiting for my roommate to come, and he calls me, of course, because I was getting probably 30 calls from him a day. So of course during this
shit.
time, and I answer this time because I'm drunk, and I'm like, I can't talk to you right now. I'm locked out of my house. So you know what this motherfucker does? He comes to my house. But guess what? I'm already inside. I'm in bed. I'm sleeping, and I can feel someone looking over me.
I hate that feeling.
would, like,
That's
push-
the worst
I would
feeling of
be
all
so
What
time.
the
scared.
fuck is going on? And then I wake up, and me and Mystery Man were on the outside this time. It was Easter weekend of last year, or like this last Easter. And I like call Mystery Man. I'm like, you need to get over here right now. Like someone just broke into my house. Like he won't leave. And then I ended up like having to just like literally like Uber to my friend's house. And like I
Yeah.
left. And
That's fucking terrifying.
it was
I know,
terrifying.
I would probably like shit my pants.
Exactly. So the best stalker goes to my stalker because there's no other better nickname for him.
Yeah, he's just stalker.
He's just literally
just
my
Sadie
stalker.
stalker.
Sadie stalker.
That's
Okay.
nice.
Now let's talk about my overall stats for 2023. I had 3 wetting the bed incidents this
Breaking
year.
record, everyone.
A breaking
Yeah.
record, which honestly, like, last year was way more, so I'm really proud of
I'm
myself.
also proud of you because I've never had to witness it.
Exactly.
Like
so
by the time,
have I.
like
yeah, so I wet 3 boys' beds this past year. I wet Mystery Man's bed twice.
And he still came back?
He still came back. No, that's when he like liked me the most. Like he was so in love with me
Wow.
still. Like he didn't care, and
He
like
just really liked the bed being
this is
soaked.
actually
yeah.
really bad, and I'm gonna put this out there.
Maybe
So
he liked the smell of your pee.
so basically, me and my
scared.
why else, you know?
maybe, but listen to this story though. It gets crazy. So me and my friend last year had a 2-man with. Okay, this is really cringy of me. They were freshmen last year, and I would have been like actually like age-wise a sophomore. So
Yeah.
I'm really only a year older than him, but he was in the ASU dorms. And so I was so me and my friend were 2-manning him and his roommate. So they wanted to like talk because they needed like a deep talk. So me and him like went and slept in his suite mate's room.
Okay.
Well, that's when I peed the bed the first time. So I didn't pee his bed, I peed his suite mate's bed.
That's even worse.
And
Imagine
the
you,
suite mate has no idea to this
Yeah.
day.
Really?
So,
Did he change like all the sheets, or did
Um,
he just leave it in there?
no,
Oh my
he
God,
changed
I
them
hope
like
for the best.
he changed them right away, and then we just went and got into his bed, and I didn't know about it. Oh no, he just ripped off the sheets and then put them in the washer, and then I woke up the next morning and I like blacked out, and I was just like, what happened? And he was just like, you don't remember? And I was like, no. And he was like, he was like, I still like you a lot because of this. I know it's okay, but you wet the bed last night. And I was like,
I would've
I was like
left.
so embarrassed
I would've
too.
left.
I was like, whatever, but he still talked to me, and then I did it I went to Stingers, and then
Yeah.
I was like, I hate it here, and so he like Ubered me to his house, but I was super drunk when I showed up, and then I got there, and we started to get a little crazy, and yeah, and then I spent the night, and I peed his bed again.
Do you ever think about like going to like use the restroom before you get into bed, someone's bed?
They always make me do. Like, he, like, knew how bad I was at the time, and he, like, would make me, and I would still,
I wonder if
like,
you're
do
just
it.
like really dehydrated now. And like maybe that's why you don't do it anymore.
Maybe, probably.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah. My next stat, my body count only grew by 12%.
That's good.
Yeah.
Better than last year,
Yeah.
honestly.
That's
so
like not that bad.
not terrible.
It could be worse.
Yeah. And then 21% were returning customers from 2022.
That's a good stat.
That's a good
Yeah.
stat.
Yeah.
So that means just the boys
They always
like
come
me.
back.
They
Yeah.
like the Sade. What can I say? First Sade's 2023 hookup rat.
Slay!
We'll see you next year!
Yeah.
Maybe next year I'll even get a boyfriend.
Then those stats will be a lot different.
Yeah.
If that's the
That
case.
would be crazy, but
Yeah.
honestly, had a really long talk with Bussy today about having a boyfriend with Kale, and
Yeah.
I've decided I don't want a boyfriend anymore. I wanted one.
Even though literally yesterday you were like, I want a boyfriend.
I don't
Well,
want a
yeah, so
boyfriend anymore.
I actually, like, side note, I hung out with this guy last night. He's older, and
Yeah.
I thought I liked him,
Wow.
and then I hung out with him last night, and then we kissed a little bit. We didn't do any, like, twister or anything crazy or anything, but, like,
There wasn't a spark.
there wasn't a spark when I kissed him. Like, I wasn't like, I want to rip your clothes off. It was like,
Yeah,
like
it
a,
was like
"Alright, that was
something
it."
like light and sweet.
it was just like, I mean, I wouldn't, yeah, it was just like a little make out, and I was just like,
All right, where's
When
my
is
Uber
this
home?
over? Yeah.
well, yeah, I was like, when is this going to be over? I just want to go to bed, and then I just, like, rolled over and went to sleep, and it's, like, now, like, 4 something right now, and he texted me right when I got home, and I have not said anything to him all day.
Are you just gonna like fully ghost him?
Or like let it fizz out.
I don't know. I don't know the best way to do it. Like, what do I say to him? Like, I'm sorry.
You're not
I
a good
kissed
kisser.
you.
You're not the one for
He
me.
did it, and it was so weird when we kissed because I, like, turned my head to talk to something with him, and then he just, like,
Yeah, hello.
excuse me! I didn't know it was getting that freaky because literally, and he even said something, this also cringed me the fuck out. The time before, remember, like, I told you, like, he didn't even touch me. We were sitting on, like, completely opposite ends
Oh,
of the
yeah,
bed,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we just talked the whole time. Well, he brought it up, and he was like, I felt so bad because I probably, like, I thought you thought, like, I was, like, such a weirdo. And I'm like, no, like, it's fine. Like, I don't care. No, I thought you were a weirdo.
Yeah.
I would think he was a weirdo too.
I did.
No, that's happened to me before too, so I get it. And it's just like it's so awkward at that point. Like it
Exactly.
It's like
makes
what
it
do you
so
like
awkward.
what to talk about?
Yeah.
What's there to talk about when you guys are like 10 feet away?
Literally. And we were watching Hot Tub Time Machine, and I was just like, I need to go to bed.
All right, you guys, just to preface this, it's not going to be that interesting. Not much has gone on in my love life this year, so it's going to be a little bit shorter than Sadie's.
Yes.
And a lot less stats, but we're still going to go for it.
I'm
All
excited
right,
to see
so
2023.
yes, this is my 2023 hookup wrapped.
Yay!
Yay! Are you ready?
I'm
Let's go.
ready.
All right. So I have had 7 romantic encounters this year, and not hookups. I put in parentheses down below because they weren't, like, or maybe one was, but that's it. All right. Up next, we got what were these encounters? Okay. So 16% were real dates. Like I'm like going on a date with someone. It wasn't from Hinge. It's like through mutual friends or whatever it may be, like going out to dinner or something like that. 16% was rekindling with an ex. That was majority of my year. Not my ear. My year was being on and off with this one guy. So next we have started talking and he got back together with his ex. That was a big thing. A big story. Yeah. And then 40% was just flirting it up and then making out. And that was like literally it. Talking, but both too shy to make a first move. That was 16%. There was a lot of 16%. It was like a
Yeah.
pretty
I
like
feel like
even
that's like
split.
a common trend
Yeah.
with this. It's like a lot of them are like the same. So maybe we need to start going for different people.
It's like
Yeah.
really even.
Exactly. Maybe like
Yeah.
a new crew.
Like a
All
different
right.
group.
Next slide. All right. These are my stats. 20. What are you doing? That could have turned into dates, but he was too shy to ask.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He gets an award later, don't worry. 5 extreme incidents that proved my ex belongs in a psych ward. We are going to do a whole episode explaining his whole story at some point. I think it's a little early still to do that, but let's just say he is like actually a
Insane.
psychopath. Yeah. One night with said ex. 4 sleepovers that resulted in absolutely nothing. And when I say absolutely nothing, not even a kiss. Literally
Holy
is just
shit.
cuddling and then don't even talk after that.
That's
Like,
crazy.
That's literally
That's so
just
awkward.
It's really not awkward because I like talk to them all night and like we end up staying up and like talking until like 7 a.m. But like there's just nothing like romantic about it, I guess. I don't know. And then one full on ghost. Sadie, do you need to go to the bathroom?
She's like,
You're like holding your butt. You can go.
Can we pause?
Okay, yeah, we can pause. Okay, just go. Get it over with. I will. Oh my gosh.
So funny.
holy shit.
I know. You were sitting there and your face just started scrunching up. Oh my
She's
God.
literally like,
Yeah, like holding it in.
she's like trying not to.
We went to Takaya today, and obviously that salmon bowl is not sitting correct.
Oh my god, I could give an update too.
All right, you want to give your update while we wait?
Well, I moved out of my said dorm, and now I live in an apartment on campus. I got away from the crazy bitches.
Yay!
And I lived at the girls' house for a whole week straight.
And honestly,
Yeah.
there were so many people in that house at all times, all the time.
Yeah.
That like
Everyone was over.
everyone was always over, and that's why I miss the house so much. Like, it was so
Yeah.
nice to have people over. Like, this apartment is like
Like,
it's
honestly,
way smaller. Like, I don't
honestly,
know.
it gets packed with like 4 people in here.
Yeah, and like our couch,
There's like places to sit. You can sit on the floor.
yeah,
the
but at the same time, it's just
couch.
not as like it's not as homey.
Yeah.
It's not like I
It's
don't know.
better
I
than,
just
like-
don't love it.
Sorry, there were juices coming out of my butthole.
All right. Back to the presentation. All right. So I think we left off on the last stat, which was one full-on ghost. That someone full-on ghosted me. All right. Next up, we have our awards.
Yay!
Yes, I can't
All
wait.
right. Yeah. Next. All right. The Evil Award goes to Tag. Tag is the X. This one goes out for psychological damage, most lies, SA, I don't want to fully say that word, refusing to come out of the closet, and more.
Shit.
Yeah. He can rot. Biggest fuckboy award, TikTok boy. For leading me on, knowing very well he has no intention of a relationship. I have slightly touched on what went on in this in past podcast, but that doesn't even deserve anything.
Yeah,
It was
no.
so short-lived.
It
But-
was short, but it was fun.
It was fun while it lasted. Biggest flake award, Adrian, for saying we should hang out or what are you doing but never making an actual plan.
Pussy.
That one was a little, this is
Make a
all in
move.
love. It's just supposed to be funny. Don't take this serious. All right, biggest creep award goes to Gator for constantly making me feel uncomfortable, and he doesn't take no for an answer. This is a guy that is really obsessed with me.
He is obsessed with Kale. Like, okay, so our
Like
very
creepy,
first
like
party,
he could be a stalker. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't
He
stalk me,
definitely
but
could.
he gives
could
Joe
be.
Goldberg vibes.
Yeah, and like every time I try to like shut him down, he
will.
doesn't take no for an
Yeah.
answer. It's like actually really scary sometimes.
No, like the Magic Mike party that we had, he like helped us make a video, and he was like the whole time like, "Ooh, I really like your friend." I'm like, "Yeah, I like her too." And he was like,
but it wasn't like normal. Like
"No,
oh, I
it
like
was
your friend.
so weird because he was like in front of Kale, like, I'm gonna date her, like
Yeah.
she's
What the
going to
hell?
be my wife,
Like you are going to be my girlfriend.
Kale's,
and I would
like,
be like,
already
no,
shut him
like
down.
I kept telling him I was talking to someone, and he just would not take no for an answer. And I mean that's good in business, you know, but like when it's quite obvious that I'm like not interested
Yeah.
and you like keep pushing, it's a little weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, that was it. Here's my final remarks. Thank you. I know this was a slow, uneventful year in terms of romantic life, but I would like to urge you ladies to know your worth and not settle for anyone who treats you like shit.
Period.
If he wanted to, he would. Disclaimer, none of the people listed have been legitimate hookups, -1, and you know which one that is, because I'm currently celibate. Also, to any of the boys listed in this was all made in good fun and to have a laugh and be relatable to the girls. Don't be butthurt.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Slay.
Just because a lot of the people mentioned, I'm still friends with.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
that's
all
the
for
other
fun.
issue with making this. But whatever. It's all in good fun. It's, like, not meant to hurt anyone's
No,
feelings.
not
so,
at all.
yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well,
That
thank you
was-
guys for coming
That
and
was
listening
it.
to the
Yeah.
podcast and listening to about me and Kale's love life in 2023.
I just had a great time.
You did?
I did.
You did? Yeah.
So more to come. We'll
More to
see you
come.
tomorrow at Phoenicia, or maybe even tonight at Stingers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, I know we haven't been posting on the podcast that much, like, for the past month, and it's because we've been, like, in this new apartment. It's just very unmotivating
Yeah.
to be here.
It's a brick, like, square.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's really unmotivating. We can't even open our windows because then you can, like, see onto the main road, and I don't want some creepy person, like, looking inside our apartment and being like, oh my gosh, only 2 girls live here. I'm going to break in. Or, like, something like that.
Literally.
So
Yeah.
there's, like, no sunlight. There's, like, it's not ideal. But we will be getting back to making them. We're just going to, like, force ourselves at this point.
Yes.
But, yeah.
yeah.
Alrighty,
Alright.
thanks, guys. We'll
More
see
to
you guys
come.
next
We'll
week.
see you guys
Thanks.
for the rest of 2024. Stay tuned.
You throw like a girl out.